Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Selby Farm Estates, where today we're going to be doing some cultivating here on field, what is this, 14. We gotta get the stubble cultivated in so we can seed here, because the seeder I have isn't no-till, as I thought it was. Using the VADER, I think this is the carrier 8 We're using literally a cultivator because I can't remember the name of it. Cultivator. Carrier XL825. Hey, I was right. Ish. I was going to call it the Carrier 8 meter. Which it is an 8 meter cultivator, so I was right. Ha 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 ha. We're on the back of the Challenger, just like a Dino. And yeah, this could take a little while. This could be pretty quick. It really depends on how the Challenger deals with the hills and the fact that it's, you know, cultivating 8 meters at a time. Shouldn't be too bad, in theory. In practice it might be hellaciously terrible. It does seem to be behaving mostly. Downhill, downhill it's idling. The 20 odd litres per hour of fuel is next to nothing. Of course, it being a Challenger, it just doesn't care about corners. It'll turn almost immediately to whatever angle I want it to. We do still have we still have some crops to sell. Not many, but some. Probably use the fast track to cart the grain. And then we got, I think both the man trucks are on, I have trailers of corn. So that shouldn't be too difficult at all to get rid of. The man trucks, I may even follow them together just so that I can get rid of that all at once. Like I said, we're going to be doing primarily wheat and barley across these fields. I might put some potato fields in just to have a bit of fun. But I do want to test the tip galls and the way that the fields will actually behave, because I don't want to repeat of Sandy Bay, and I have heard it is actually the southern end of the map, so fields 2, 3 and 4 are definitely going to be wheat and barley. It is down towards the southern end of the map that there are issues, and that does appear to be a giant's issue. For whatever reason, tip calls down, or having any tip anywhere pile towards the southern end of the map has issues. So it feels, let's have a look at what's actually touching the southern boundary of the map here. 2, 3, 4 and 6 are all going to get wheat or barley. The rest will be pretty much just all whatever I want. Will be a mix of everything really. Some corn, some potatoes, some sugar beets. The smaller fields that get potatoes and sugar beets. I don't want to have a 3-hour long potato harvest or a 4-hour long sugar beet harvest. Although I will be using the terraphalis for sugar beets, because I want to use the terraphalis for sugar beets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bit lazy here and set GPS up. Start here, I guess. Doesn't make much of a difference. We're gonna GPS cultivate this field. And it does look like we're gonna have to make kind of an adjustment pass down along that side of the field, which isn't a big deal. Probably should have done. I'm gonna finish the second headland. It's not gonna work if I don't have a second headland in. But we are going to GPS cultivate. Okay, let's close GPS so I don't accidentally turn it on 17 times in a row while trying to turn it off. There we go. So that's all the beeping was about. I was accidentally turning GPS on and off. Well, trying to turn GPS off overall. Like the true genius I am. So the two headlands, the intention is basically we'll have room to turn. Because everything has collisions. And hopefully, we'll get this field done today. It's not the end of the world if we don't, but I would like to get it done today. I don't think we will, to be quite honest. Where are we in relation to the reset field? Quite a distance, I think. Because if I was being a smart little girl, I would actually got a big cultivator again. Got the big 11 or 13 meter, whatever the biggest one in the game is, and brought that out. But I haven't thought ahead, so we don't have it. 4-wheel drive. We'll put on the diff locks as well, just for extra grip. I still don't know why this thing has 4-wheel drive. It has tracks. It literally only has 2 tracks. You can't drive it any more than you can off the 2 tracks. Which is why I always have 4-wheel drive enabled, as well as the diff locks. My belief is this does actually run using a locked diff. Actually, it wouldn't run with the locked diff, so let's turn off the diff locks. And we'll leave... Done something stupid there. There we go. We'll leave 4-wheel drive on, but this thing wouldn't really have locked diffs, I don't think. It'll have open diff. So that's why I always run the Challenger with 4-wheel drive enabled. It's just because in real life they wouldn't even have the option for 4-wheel drive, seeing as they don't have 4 wheels. They have 2 tracks. And we will need to clean this Challenger as well at some point, or just straight sell it. I will likely buy a new one, and it'll likely be the snake version of the Challenger or Clown Tour, one of the two. But it won't be this yellow version again. I think I might well be Clown Tour, because I know you guys love how ridiculous that thing is, my Rainbow Challenger. So it might well be that, just for the fun of it. Let's get this going. We'll just set up like that, and let's go. So the reason I'm using GPS is just so that I can ensure that the lines are relatively straight. It doesn't matter too much if they're not, but it's just for my own ease, basically. I want to actually have a look at any comments that were left on the last Selby video, which went up on Tuesday, not Wednesday like it used to. I have changed the schedule up slightly to allow myself more time to play around with the roleplay stuff. Although ironically the second video roleplay ended up being uncut anyway. Massyman6480 said, "It's Derpy Dave." Well, thank you, Massyman6480. And New Holland Farmer for some reason was suggesting grass bales, which I can't really do because of seasons. With seasons, what happens is the grass bales start deteriorating immediately, which is why I always use grass bales for silage now. If I want to collect grass up, it literally has to be with a forage wagon. It can't be baled. Otherwise, I will start off with, at best, 3,995 litres of grass. That is the absolute best I can get. Because it immediately starts deteriorating and deteriorating quickly and rotting away. Which is realistic. You wouldn't always get 100% yield per silage bale. You would always end up with a bit of losses through rot. I like the way that Seasons is kind of somewhat simulating it, although a suggestion has been made that maybe turning the grass and stuff into compost or manure would be a better option. So that instead of getting straight losses, it would be a case of, well, you can't use this no more, but you can instead use it as a fertilizer, which kind of makes sense. I know in reality you'd never do that, but it's kind of try. Ooh. I didn't sleep very well last night, I apologize if I yawn. Which kind of makes sense, because you wouldn't, yes, you wouldn't spread rotten bales everywhere. However, to balance within the game, and the way that the game works, because cows don't produce as much manure as they probably would in real life. Definitely on the time scale Seasons uses, on any time scale. Turning the bales, this is my opinion only, this isn't the logic of the Seasons developers, and this is all coming off the top of my head. The way I see it, to balance for the game, because cows don't produce as much slurry manure as they do in real life, which you could, well, you probably could with a big enough herd and farm, so you can get enough slurry manure to cover all your fields. But in real life, you would do a spray of slurry and or manure on a lot of fields before you started seeding, or even cultivating. You cultivate it in or plough it in. In Seasons, you can't do that, so I think kind of in a logical... from a logical balance standpoint, having the bales turned into manure or compost as a secondary option would be really nice. Just to kind of detract from the punishment a small bit, because right now having your bales flat disappear is maybe a bit too extreme. Especially on some maps where you just don't have... you maybe don't even have the amount of land you'd need to support cows for 9 days over winter. And that's genuinely a worry on this map. But the buy bales mod is, I guess, a solution. It's a pretty rough and ready solution, but it is a solution. And I should probably say, actually, just on a kind of creative note, when Selby comes out officially, when it's officially released, I will likely be putting it on the server. And changing to a new map for videos, because you guys are all looking forward to Selby, I know this. Even Simulator is adamant that it's a terrible map because he doesn't have it. He's looking forward to Selby. It's just a map that... it feels homely. There's a lot about it that I like, and Lancey is working on a new map, which the name escapes me right now, but it's based in Yorkshire. It's based actually near Goole, which, as I told Lancey, it's actually based near where a guy I went to college with lives. Which entertained me to no end, just seeing that. It looks spectacular. I commented on the work in progress topic on FSUK. I have no idea how he does so much so quickly and gets the maps to look so good in the time frames he does, and has time to you know, have a normal job and life and all the things that come along with that. It stuns me, it genuinely does. And, do you know, in the description, hopefully if I remember, there should be a link to Lancyboi's channel on YouTube. There's a... he put up a quick video Monday evening, where he talks about his new map. I encourage you guys to go check that out, because that map looks stunning. It's very early work in progress. He only started it a week or two ago. It already looks more developed than my map, which is kind of disheartening, but I'm completely inept at Giants Editor, so it's hardly surprising. And it looks like he's done a fantastic job, as per usual. He just has a way of bringing the British countryside to life, even though, you know, Selby is fictional. This map that he's making now, this is, I believe, DEM, and he's going to get as close to real life as he can. I think that's going to show his strengths more than anything else, because even these fictional maps, he managed to kind of grab the essence of... I know this is talking kind of pretentiously and out my backside. I feel like he captures the essence of the countryside, where it's, you know, tight lanes and little muddy rutted laneways that go off into the bushes and come out 2 miles down the road somewhere, and farmers know that they can use that as a shortcut and that kind of stuff. That's just stunning. It's beautiful. And even the mix of hedges and fencing and walls. I really need to get to bed early tonight because I slept for about 4. This was unintentional. I slept for about 4 hours last night because I went to bed at about 4 o'clock. I woke up at 7:30. I was like, oh crap, this isn't going to be a fun day. But I got out of bed almost immediately because I was just in that mood where I wanted to get up and get going and do things and be a human and enjoy daylight, which is rare. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that map. I always look forward to Lancy's maps. There's a lot of maps that I'm looking forward to. Oxygen David is apparently... I know the map that he's working on right now. And that's for the mod contest, ostensibly. He is also working, or not at the moment, but he will be working on another map that I'm really excited for. That literally has my mouth watering just thinking about that map. I know what it is because obviously I talked to Landy and Oxygen David talks to Landy, and he shares some stuff. I'm obviously not going to tell you guys, but suffice it to say, it is the map that I have been wanting for years. It's basically the map that I've wanted since I started playing Farm Sim. It is going to be Oxygen David's next big release, official big release map. And that should get you guys excited. When I'm this excited about a map that hasn't even been started yet, you guys should be excited about it as well. Dusty Dave as well, he's working on Orchard Farms at the moment, which will be on the channel. And after that, I'm again excited. Because I know he's working on it at the moment. After Orchard Farms is the home of Quentin, the original home of Sergey. Sergey just seems to be popping up everywhere now and again. But Ventonwin is coming to FS17, and then he's got another few maps that he's working on as well, and he does some spectacular work, just getting little areas of detail across the map. There's so many good map makers for Farm Sim. And I mean, on top of that, you've got Ing's Farm coming, which Silver assures us will be released before 2020. I'm not too sure myself. Obviously, my map, which full disclosure, I haven't worked on that in like a week. I just haven't had the bug, so I haven't worked on it. I haven't touched it. Well, no, I've done a small bit of work, but not much. It's one of these things where it takes a backseat to YouTube, and it's something that I'm doing as a hobby. It's a legit hobby. It's not something that I'm gonna go out of my way to sit down for a night and work on it. I'm gonna work on it when I feel like working on it. If it never sees the light of day, it never sees the light of day. I am just being a bit more casual about it than I am with YouTube. YouTube is serious business for me. YouTube is serious stuff. And the roleplay kind of is a bit of escapism from that, because I get to play the serious guy. Fun fact, I play a character in every single video. Although sometimes it's like right now and this week it seems I just talk a bit more honestly and openly and a bit more as myself. As the Dave that isn't on YouTube is the Dave that streams, I guess. Although I'm still playing a bit of a character, there's a bit of exaggeration going on. As Landy and Sim will tell you, I do exaggerate bits of stuff for YouTube. Especially the amount I talk and my confidence levels, and I need to take a drink of water because my mouth's getting dry because I recorded 2 videos back to back here. There we go. Something you always need if you're making YouTube videos or streaming or something, somewhere near you is a bottle of water or a drink of some description, even if it's tea or coffee or something. And it's not to stop dehydration, it's just to keep your mouth from going dry and keep your throat from keep you from losing your voice. Basically, it's just, you know, every half hour or so at most, you need to just take a quick slug of water and you'll be good for another little while. And whenever you feel your throat starting to get a bit dry, This is genuine advice, by the way. This isn't like me making a joke. It's, if you do YouTube, you will know these things very quickly. Water is God, because with water you can extend your voice far beyond what it can normally do. And for anybody who think of starting a YouTube channel, that is one of the things that I would say you need to do, is keep yourself hydrated, keep on top of the water situation. Make sure there's a bottle of water in your recording room, whatever room that may be, whether it's an office, your bedroom like me, or something else, you know, whatever. Keep a bottle of water near you, or a glass of water or something, and make sure that it's topped up whenever you want to record, because there's nothing worse. I can tell you this from experience, there's nothing worse than finishing recording or finishing a stream or something and having that awful itchy throat of, I haven't drank anywhere near enough to do what I've just done. Because I've done that after some of my streams. Is I finished streaming, and the first thing I did was I went downstairs and got a bottle of water and drank about half a litre of water, because my throat was just burning almost. It was so dry it was burning. And that's the worst thing you could possibly end up doing, because it ruins your voice. It genuinely just eats at your voice very quickly, especially if you're projecting a bit like what I do, because it's a force of habit when I'm recording that I project a bit more. I don't normally do it, so I normally talk like this. It's kind of quiet, but you know, at the same time it's audible, but not that much. But then when I'm recording, I just up the volume levels ever so slightly and project certain words and letters a bit more, so they come out a bit better in the video. So we're almost kind of done here. I really don't know what else I want to say today. So what I am going to do is I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to finish this off camera, because there's not much left to do. There's no point in leaving this for a stream. And I will leave you guys today by saying, I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Selby Farm Estates. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.